them they have a great movie. Tell them they have a great movie. Oh, well, my name's Fox, and I tell. They get an 9-bit Fox, and this is a movie I wish I was able to watch earlier, but Netflix wasn't paid. I just finished watching The Cloverfield Paradox, a movie literally, I think it came out the day that I moved back here to Chicago. I saw the billboard for it on the way to the airport. I'm like, Cloverfield Paradox. There's no way that could be like a third Cloverfield movie, could it? Nah, it's probably not. And then I see Brad Jones, aka the CineSnob, reviewing it. I was like, oh, apparently it is an actual movie. Mind you, I didn't see his review. I only saw that he did review it in midnight screenings. But yeah. So I watched. So this is a movie that I think I heard bad news about it. Hold on a second. I just need a little tuning real quick. Did you know sonic screwdrivers work across dimensions? In any case, I need to see how this is actually looking. But yeah, like this movie, again, it's the third film in the Cloverfield trilogy, I guess. The movie, it's, like, mind you, I have never seen the first Cloverfield movie. It's got a 17%? Really? Holy crud, I love this movie, though. This is the third movie in the Cloverfield series. First one being, of course, Cloverfield. Second one being Cloverfield Lane, which I extremely liked. And then the third one being this one, where it takes kind of a similar idea of, like, everything's in a can kind of thing from the last Cloverfield movie, where basically a group of scientists go to space, and they're testing this new engine that's supposed to help, you know, the world with more energy. It's supposed to help create more energy for the world because the world has squandered all of its energy using natural gases and stuff, oil, gas, stuff like that. So now it's on the verge of war with each other. But if Project Paradox or whatever, or Project Cloverfield, Satellite Cloverfield, is able to activate this thing where it uses uses particle, whatever it is that they believe, these super particles that say that could possibly lead to other dimensions or alternate timelines and stuff, could use these to power the world. But Harvey from freaking, because I totally believe this actor is a freaking scientist. Harvey from Gotham basically goes, look, if they turn on that accelerator, they're not gonna create energy. They're gonna open a portal that allow demons to come here in the past, present, and future. Look, read my book. Just like, no. And literally, it's literally Harvey. Like, he plays it exactly. The actor plays it exactly how Harvey is in Harvey Bullock in the Gotham show. Mind you, he's one of my favorite actors. Mind you, he's freaking awesome at that, and I love him. He's like a freaking great actor. I love that. That guy is freaking awesome. I don't know how he is in actual life, but I know how he acts. He's freaking epic. Harvey is one of my favorite characters in Gotham. But yeah, like, he only appears like a couple minutes in the beginning, and basically the group turn on the particle accelerator, and then immediately they think the world is gone. They think they blew up the goddamn world. But spoiler alert, they did it. and basically we're following Ava, this astronaut who lost her kids in some way. They later on explain it, and kind of following her husband who's on Earth a little bit, while Ava is like, "What the fuck happened to Earth?" And everyone's like, "What the fuck has happened to Earth?" Which, mind you, literally how they figured out where Earth was when they saw, which as soon as they said Earth is gone, I immediately thought, okay, next thing you should do is try to find a constellation. Because if you can find a constellation, let's say the Big Dipper or something, you then know that you're still surrounding your same sun, and you're not blown off somewhere, or you know where you are in space, kind of. But eventually they do bring that up later on, but the ship has to, I guess, find out. They don't know about the constellation, so just, okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, they think the world might be blown up, and then, like, strange things start happening on the ship. Whether it be they hear a moaning coming in the ship, and then it turns out there's a woman trapped in the walls with wires going through her. Or, this one guy, the Russian guy, whose eye is, like, going like this, which, mind you, that was this movie takes a lot of inspiration in the beginning. Takes a lot of inspiration from Alien and Prometheus, which is weird that I like this one better than the Prometheus ones. Alien, I need to rewatch that one again, but I did like Alien. But yeah, this does take a little bit of it, and you kind of think they're probably going to go into similar territory, like, oh, there's an alien on the ship. But immediately, I found out, no, this is a better movie than Life. The movie with Ryan Reynolds in it for 10 minutes. That movie, it literally almost has the exact same ending to that movie. But this one had a better payoff at the end, and honestly, it felt better. But basically, yeah, so crazy things are happening on the ship, and I literally mean crazy thing. Again, woman pops up in the wall. At one point, a guy who's like a mechanic, Mundy, and by God, this man is amazing. The actor is great, and this character is awesome. I love it. Mundy, this mechanic guy's fixing the walls, and suddenly, his arm gets sucked into the wall. He's like, guys? His arm gets pulled around the ship. He's like, guys? He's like, God damn, that hurts! God! Like, it's like a mild nuisance to him, but it's still kind of freaking funny. Like, he goes, guys! And then they finally pull his arm out. His arm is completely gone. Mind you, there's no blood. It's just gone. And they take him to the freaking medic, and the medic's like, it's like he was born without an arm. But, like, you see, like, everything, like, if it was, like, cleanly cut, but there's no blood coming out, and, like, you literally see it. You see the bone, you see the muscles and everything. And the guy looks at his arm and is like, okay, I don't really know the rules anymore, but will it grow back? I was like, you know what? You don't really know the rules anymore because the ship came to life and ate you, and there's a lady just popped up in the wall. And the Russian guy who was going crazy, again, who went kind of Prometheus. There's even a whole scene where, like, he looks in the mirror and does the whole eye thing like the guy does in Prometheus. But in this one, like, you see, like, something, like, going across, like, a worm or something going on his eye. You see his eye just go, shink! And he's like, oh, God! Oh, God! And he's like, shink! And oh, God, what the fuck? And he's, like, freaking out. And I'm just, like, I was waiting for his eyes just to go, and like, both of them to go that way. It's like, ah! It was, one, hilarious when I saw that scene. And I'm like, you know what? This is a better scene than Prometheus. This is better. It is one better than Prometheus did. And basically, he goes crazy. He's like, I guess he hears voices in his head as he then goes with he 3D prints a gun and goes to kill this one guy because they think, oh crap, he's evil or something. But then it turns out no. But then the guy suddenly falls around and has a seizure and then vomits up worms that they had in a container somewhere else. But the worms disappear and they apparently were in him, and he vomited up all these worms. It looked very alien-esque, like the alien's about to pop out of his chest, except he vomits up the worms and crap. And basically, and then the woman in the wall, apparently, she remembers being a part of this ship, like, helping out on this ship, and stuff like that. And she knows everyone else, and then she says that Ava is actually supposed to be on the ground, being their, person that they talk with, but, of course, she's now in the ship, and she's like, and of course, if you later on find out, it's because this lady's actually from another dimension, or maybe flip that around, our guys went to another dimension, because they went to, I forgot what this lady's name is. I'm gonna say Snow Queen, or the White Queen, because she looks like the actress who kind of played the White Queen in Narnia. She looks really like her, and also she's like very like creepy throughout this movie. Or I don't know. Her acting was weird in this movie, but they just like they find out they're in another dimension, but in this dimension, the ship exploded and everyone died, and also that because of the ship exploded, people on Earth went into a war now over resources, and they're fighting each other and killing each other. But also, but then of course, like, things keep happening on this ship where the ship comes to life and starts killing people, because it's supposed to be, they say that it's because of the two dimensions not supposed to be mixing, so it's why all this thing's happening, because it's trying to correct itself. And strange things start happening, like, again, Mundy loses his arm. They find it later on alive and moving by itself, which, mind you, again, Mundy is like one of the best parts of this film. That and the kills in this movie, because the kills are actually like, you know what? There's actually some of these are kind of cool. I don't think anyone really has a non-memorable death in this movie. Again, we see this arm just crawling along. And like they're like, oh my god! In any other movie, this arm would be like the most horrific thing in the film at some point. But no, like the arm comes to life. They like put it in a box, and like everyone looks to Monday, and one guy goes, "Are you controlling it?" He's like, "No." He's like, "No, you know how I know that?" He's like, "How?" "I'm giving you the bird right now." And I'm like, okay, that's funny. And then the hand is like gestures to write, and like. My hand wants to write something. Give me a pen. And he gives his hand his pen. He's like, this is so weird. The hand writes something. It says like, open Volkolov's stomach. He's like, what are you saying, arm? And it's just like, oh my god, this is so stupid. It's, mind you, it's stupid, but stupid in a kind of way I'm trying to say stupid because it is trying to be. It's funny because the movie is trying to be funny at that point. This guy is kind of the comic relief, kind of, even though he does go out kind of bad. But he's kind of like the comic relief, and it's very funny when this guy is on screen. I actually really love it when this guy is on screen, and when he dies, it's just like, oh god dang it. But yeah, like they open up the Russian guy's stomach and they find this It's the gyroscope that they needed for this thing that it disappeared from the socket and it gets just appeared in this guy's stomach. Which again, I can understand because they're dimension shifting, so things are going to get shifted around. It's like when you're in an airplane and they say like your baggage may shift, but instead it's going to shift from in there into that dude's stomach. They find it and like they basically say that they're going to start it up, but they need to do all these things because bad stuff starts happening. Like the lady they find in the wall, she says that Schmidt, this one engineer, is actually a German spy. But and they even find like records of him, giving out government information to the Germans. But it turns out that actually was the other Schmidt, the one in the other dimension, not this dimension. And while this is all going on for the dimensions, like we're following the husband as he goes to he's trying to drive to the hospital because he's a doctor, but he finds a little girl after like something destroys a building, and he takes the little girl, calls his friend and says, "Can I use your bunker?" When immediately when he said that, I'm like, oh, you're not telling me that he's going to 10 Cloverfield Lane. Mind you, I think this is what the movie's trying to say, is that each Cloverfield film is supposed to take place in its own separate dimension, which I'm perfectly fine with. But yeah, so this guy takes the girl and goes to this goes to this bunker. And I forgot to mention the White Witch or whatever, the lady in the wall. She basically after with their mechanic, it has to like basically vent out the ventilation or something of the ship. She actually gets stuck in this thing that's basically what you see in any space movie where like they basically have to go. Here's the ship. Here's the chamber that they have to go in their spacesuit with, and then that leads outside. But she gets stuck. Water starts filling up because ship is going crazy. They try to get her out, but the thing is, the back end of the ship is starting to crack open, the part that goes to space. And all I'm thinking is, oh God, are they going to do it? Are they going to actually show what happens to water? Well, technically I think it's supposed to just disperse. I don't freaking know. But basically, no, I think it actually would happen like this. I don't know. But basically what happens is the thing fills up with water. The lady's trying to escape, or they're trying to open the door. The back priest opens up. Space is introduced to water. So water comes out, freezes, and then just freezes the entire thing. And the lady it's just freaking frozen. I'm like, oh my God! It's amazing. Like, mind you, it might be seem kind of morbid that I'm saying about these kills, but I'm just saying, from a way, again, that you're using space to kill these people, not bad. I've seen worser deaths. I've seen, like, these are, like, they use space to their advantage in this horror film. And I do like that. God. But basically, like, there are so many things. Like, the lady in the wall basically says that Ava in this dimension, because in her dimension, Ava put in a battery, basically, that siphoned energy from other people, because, again, energy shortages. And, like, there's rolling blackouts every day. But, it siphons energy shortages so her kids could read at nighttime, but this battery actually starts a fire and kills her kids. But of course, in this dimension, Ava's kids are alive, which, mind you, it's kind of a similar. At least I like to call talking with ghosts. It's something along those lines where a character in some way or form is able to talk with or see their kids again, even though in their timeline or dimension or life that can't happen. Some similar thing I'd say that happens is like Barry Allen in The Flash when he goes to Earth. I want to say 2, and he calls his mom. Stuff like that happens. Stuff like that, like his mom, in his main dimension, has been dead for years. It's stuff like that happens, and it happens a lot in fiction, so that's why I just call it talking with ghosts, because it's people that regularly he wouldn't be able to talk to, but they themselves don't know, that something's wrong with this character. They just think, like, hey, what's wrong, Barry? It's stuff like that. But she has a dilemma. Basically, she says that she's going to just stay on this Earth because she wants to see her kids again. Of course, there's some problems with that since her other self is still there. But the White Witch basically says, no, it's fine, it's fine. But basically they say, like, if they're able to, FYI, like, their Earth, or the lady in the wall's Earth, the White Witch, her Earth is on the other side of the sun, or something. That's, like, one of the differences, I guess. But, well, at least in rotation-wise. But, yeah, so Ava, basically, she's going to go back to Earth. They hatch a plan that basically says, all right, so the White Witch is now going to help instead of the Asian lady who died in the water ice lock. Because in this dimension, the lady in the wall is actually the mechanic that replaced her. So it's actually the mechanic there instead of her. But what they're going to do is they're going to send the data to the lady in the wall, so that way she can use that to then give it to her people. That way they can build a version of the Cloverfield satellite that works. But turns out she's actually, the lady in the wall actually is trying to decide to say, no, I'm going to take yours, and use the 3D printer gun to try to kill the people who are remaining, which as the movie's been progressing, people have been dying. Again, Ice Lock Lady, Mundy, the coolest character who only has one arm, and it was the funniest out of it, was like the life of the movie. He dies by like these like liquid metal and like an explosion when they vent all the oxygen into this one room. because they need to get power for the place. He explodes and dies. The captain, he has to sacrifice himself to detach a ring that's on this ship unless it's gone. And like the rings, like it has kind of like the spinning rings that give gravity inside the ship, like you've seen in multiple space movies where they don't have the gravity and stuff. And I think it's like 2001 A Space Odyssey stuff. Or Passengers, but yeah. So then but then basically Ava then has to basically stop, has the White Witch die in like a way where basically the White Witch is trying to come kill Ava with a gun. Uses the gun, shoots the window, and like the lady with the White Witch, lady in the wall, gets sucked to the window. She's like, Ava! Ava! Which I was kind of really hoping they'd go full, like, what would probably happen. Because, mind you, in a pressurized thing and in space where it's a straight void, if you punch a hole in this ship, that is going to suck, like, extremely hard. Like, it's, like, super, like, it's death. And this lady gets sucked all the way to her back, and I forgot what movie it was. Maybe it was Men in Black 3? I can't remember. Basically, if tiny hole, big person hit it and space, that the big person become tiny pieces as sucked out. But in this one, it doesn't do that. It just, she gets sucked. It's like, oh, this hurts! And then gets shot and pulled through the glass. Ava's alive. She gets the German guy who's still alive, who took a bullet to like the stomach, but he's still alive. They turn the switches and they jump back to their world. It seems like a good happy ending. They get contact with us and say, hey, yeah, we did it. We got it. We win. We got it. Everything's working. They even started up. The energy is working. And they're like, well, great. And the energy cuts out, or the telecoms cut out. And like, all right, come on, German guy. We're going back to Earth. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. Schmidt. His name was Schmidt. They get into the escape pod and they fly back to Earth. This dude gets the husband gets a signal because he's in the bunker with the little girl that he saved. He gets a call and he's like, yeah, dude, we found your wife. The ship's there. We got power. And he's like, okay, all right, sweet. He's like, yeah, she's coming back to Earth. And he's like, no. Do they know what's going on down here? And like, well, no, dude, it's fine. They couldn't stay up there. They're gonna no. Do they know what's going on down here? And he's like, there's nothing I can do. You can call them and tell them not to come back. You can tell them not to come back. Like, he's just yelling that into his phone. You can tell them not to come back. And honestly, you can feel like the distress in his voice. I think that's the best acting. I don't know. Maybe some people say it's overreacting. I think he has like the best acting in this film too. Because then you see a scene, again, very similar to Life. And that's when I realized this is a better movie than Life. Is when, like, you see the ship fall from the sky, disappear under the clouds, and then a giant Cloverfield monster comes out of the ground and roar. Kaiju Cloverfield comes out and roars at the camera and then ends. And I'm just like, holy crap! It does take some scenes from, it does take some ideas from 10 Cloverfield Lane, whether it be like, everything kind of happens in this ship instead of it happening in a bunker, even though eventually the husband ends up in the bunker, in a bunker, which I believe is supposed to be the same bunker because they even have like the same little like opening area, which I think is the same thing. That happens. It even ends kind of similar way where like, the world's kind of at bone because of whatever. I want a sequel. I want to see what connects all these together. It's probably going to be something along the lines of like all these monsters come from like the same dimension and they spread out. Or actually, this movie actually is saying, actually now that I think about it, because Harvey Bullock, he says that because this engine, if they start this engine, they're not only going to release demons in this world, they're going to release it in the past, present, and future, as well as other dimensions. So I think what they're trying to say is that because of this dimension, because they turned the keys on this dimension and started this engine, this is what actually created the or summoned the Cloverfield monster to the first movie, as well as the aliens and demons and stuff from the second movie, the aliens in the second movie. So I think that's what they're trying to hint at. Which, bravo. I don't know. Maybe this is a garbage movie and I just don't realize it, but I love this movie. This movie is great. I freaking love it. I would definitely highly recommend it. It's a Netflix movie. It's something you can check out on Netflix, especially for something, again, that's just on Netflix. This is definitely a good movie to go see. I would go see this in theaters. But I liked it. It was good. It's better than Netflix's last movie, Bright. But, you know, that movie was alright. But it was eh. But this movie, honestly, was really good. This movie actually had me, like, entertained while watching it. Again, Mundy, my favorite character. I did like stuff. Even Ava gives a whole like speech to her like other self, like sending a message saying, "You have to go. You have to not do this and hug your family and love them and know how blessed you are to have them and stuff like that." And it's just freaking Yeah, I was looking at my keyblade in the background, but it's so good. It's so good. I love this movie. It's great. I highly recommend this. Go check it out. If you have Netflix, go check it out. It's so good. Wow. I loved it. But the acting was good. The effects were all right. I think it was good. I definitely want to see more Cloverfield. This is honestly probably one of my favorites. I won't say it's my top favorite, whatever. Probably one of my favorite like horror movies, like recent horror movie like trilogies or something. This is probably one of my favorites. It's actually really good, and I really do like that it's an anthology series. And basically, they straight up opened it to say like, yeah, there's other dimensions. So that you don't guys have to really say about all this stuff, but there's other dimensions, and also, it's all these people's fault. It's all the Cloverfield 3's fault that all this happened. It's this person's fault. But yeah, this is good. I liked it. Go check it out. Thank you for watching. Whichever it is that I've done. Links are on my face. Descriptions are on there somewhere. Turns out I lost my monetization, but I was able to keep my end screens. Yay! Alright, thanks for watching. Share the videos, and we will see you later. Turns out in this dimension, you don't have unlimited texting and minutes, so yeah, I gotta hack this. Give me a minute. Also, Godzilla's in this dimension.